In this video, I'll show you how a med spa went from 0 to 42 paying Botox patients in 60 days with an expected value of at least $12,600 bare minimum, and how we'll turn those individuals into repeat patients. And so just to show you as well, here is our CRM filtered by all of our won opportunities in the last 60 days. And you can see that we have 42 opportunities or 42 appointments that we set. All these individuals coming in for a promotion expecting to spend at least $300, and that expectation was set ahead of time. And so my name is Josh. I'm the founder of Wellness Leads. I specifically work with med spas and aesthetic practices to help them book more qualified patients who buy packages, treatment plans, and memberships. And in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how this med spa got this result so that you can build this process into your business if you'd like. So first off, tell me if this sounds familiar. You run some kind of Botox promotion, whether that's on Facebook ads or on your website, where maybe it's $9 per unit introductory price, $97 introductory special, $179 introductory special. From there, you get a whole bunch of leads from that promotion because those are great offers. And then you try to book in anybody with a credit card and a pulse. So whether they call you or whether you call them and they pick up, you're just trying to book in anybody who is willing to even speak with you in the first place. They think that this one miracle treatment is going to solve all of their problems. They can get Botox one time. They're never going to have to get any more units ever again. They show up only wanting to buy just that promotion. And then when you explain to them, hey, you're going to need more units down the line, maybe in 3 months from now, they promise, okay, sure, no worries. I'll be back in 3 months to get more units. But then 3 months pass, they completely forgot about you. Their life takes over. And then all of a sudden they need more units. And so they're going to take up one of your competitors down the street on one of their promotions instead. And you never hear from that person again. Now, all of a sudden, you have to pay for your ads to actually promote this promotion. You have to pay for your agency or the marketing company you're working with. You're paying for your product and consumable costs. You're paying for your staff time. And then all of a sudden, you look back and you're like, why is my ROI negative? I made no money from this. You pause your ads and you blame the Facebook ads for not working. And then you repeat this cycle over and over. So if that sounds familiar, probably what's end up happening is you end up feeling like you wasted a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of money to attract unloyal price shoppers and unloyal Botox patients who didn't buy anything substantial, and they're just hopping from one deal to the next in your local area. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how instead we use what I call our patient-ready acquisition system that attracts patients who are looking for multiple treatments, who pay you more cash on day one, and who come back to you when they need more treatments, not just your competitor's promotion down the street. So how the patient-ready acquisition system works, I'm going to quickly do an overview, and then we're going to dive into each of these sections in more detail to show you exactly how we got that client 42 patients in 60 days. The first one here, the first step is instead of running a generic promotion, we run what I call a pre-commitment promotion. That promotion gets us leads. Then from there, we have those leads fill out an application form to confirm that they're interested in getting multiple areas treated ahead of time before they ever even get access to your calendar. We simply do not book in any of the tire kickers who are going to waste your time or they don't want a lot. Expectations are set abundantly clear on the phone so they understand exactly what's going to happen upon arrival. And then they show up to you already expecting to buy multiple areas on that visit. And then from there, you get to collect at least $300 on day one. We're selling 30% or more of those individuals into prepaid units or into a membership of some sort. And now all of a sudden, you are wildly profitable. You're seeing a 3, 5, 10 times return on whatever money you are spending to acquire those new patients. So let's dive into each one of those. The first thing here is our pre-commitment Botox promotion. So what kind of promotion do we actually run in order to attract patients? Now, I want to be very clear that promotions like the ones I was talking about before, like $9 introductory price, $9 per unit introductory price, $97 introductory promotion, $179 for 20 units, those things can all work really well. It just depends on how good your sales process is on the back end. But just to show you exactly how we got this specific client this result, the promotion that we ran was 15 free units when you purchase 2 or more areas. The great thing about that is that using the word free gets a ton of people interested on the front end. And then through our process, through the application form and through our phone call, we only book in the people who actually want multiple areas treated. And so we can get lots of leads. We will never have a lead problem when we're offering free units, but then we filter through and find the people who are serious about getting multiple areas treated. How do we actually do that? The way that we do that is with an application form. And so in order to book an appointment for this promotion, leads must speak with our call team. And so if you want to run this on your own, this could be your front desk person, you could hire a patient coordinator, or this could be you for the time being. But these leads cannot just book on a calendar on your website. They have to speak to an actual human being. In order to speak with that human being, they must fill out an application form in order to book to book that introductory call. Now, if you're one of our clients, we just take care of these calls for you, so you don't have to hire a patient coordinator. You don't have to do this yourself. But if you're going to do this on your own, we recommend getting people on the phone, and the way you get them on the phone is by scheduling what we call an intro phone call. And on that intro phone call, or in order to get access to the intro phone call, they must fill out an application form. In that application form, we have them check a box to confirm two different things. First off, that they understand the terms of the promotion. So in other words, they understand that they're going to be purchasing multiple areas upon arrival. And then they also check a box saying that they understand that they'll be paying a deposit on the phone call. That way you completely eliminate the, oh, I thought this was just some free thing crowd. And you also eliminate the, oh, I don't have my card on me, I didn't realize I was going to have to pay for a deposit crowd that you would normally see on those calls as well. At the same time, you're subtly setting expectations to attract only the people who are prepared to spend more money with you. Just to show you an example, this is what the application form looks like. So someone goes to schedule an intro phone call with us. They have to enter some details to tell us a little bit more about them, their name, email, phone number. From there, we ask some additional questions such as, hey, what areas are you trying to alleviate? Do you have any other skin concerns that you're interested in treating? And then if you continue to scroll down on this, which this is just a screenshot, but if you scroll down on this, we have something that basically says like, hey, due to the nature of this promotion, you need to purchase 2 or more areas in order to get the free units. They have to check a box that says, yes, I understand and I'm ready and prepared to do that. And then underneath that, we say, hey, also on top of that, on this phone call, we will be requesting a $25 deposit in order to secure your time just due to the limited amount of spots for this promotion. Then they have to check a box that says yes. If they do not check those boxes, we simply don't waste our time with them, and we don't waste our time with the price shoppers who are unwilling to do those things. Now, from there, what do we actually say on this phone call? So the way that we handle these phone calls is we ask more qualifying questions. We also confirm that they understand the terms of the promotion, and we collect a deposit while we're still on the phone with them. Due to the application form that I was just talking about earlier, there are no surprises. They don't show up to this call and they're like, what? I thought this was just a free thing. Or they don't show up thinking like, oh, I didn't realize I had to pay a deposit. We already made them aware of those things ahead of time through the application form. They should have their card ready and they should be ready to go. We always try to book people in as soon as possible, because we have found that the more time that goes by from when you're having that conversation with that person and when their appointment is, the less likely it is that they are going to be as excited about showing up, and a lot of people will cancel last minute. So if we say, hey, do you prefer mornings or afternoons? And someone says, oh, I prefer mornings, but like I'm not available until, a month or two from now. Then usually what we'll do is we'll say, hey, we just want to make sure that you can take advantage of this promotion. The spots are going pretty quickly. We do have some time slots next Thursday, or we do have some time slots 2 days from now. We want to try to get people in as soon as possible, because that increases the likelihood that they show up and they're still super excited. After they book, we text them several times with value leading up to the appointment so they show up excited. One thing that we like to do is that when someone books in an appointment, the night before we send them a video tour of the office, and then the morning before the appointment, we also send them a selfie of the provider in front of their location, pointing up at their sign and saying, hey, this is what the front of our location looks like. We can't wait to see you soon. We're right across the street from XYZ landmark. The reason we do those things is because A, they provide value, and B, they start to build a personal connection between the provider that they're going to be seeing and the patient that's actually coming in. Again, here's a screenshot of the exact call script that we use. Now, this is just a snippet of it, but as you can see, we start off the conversation by gaining some more context on exactly what their situation is. From there, we quote unquote sell the treatment by just re-explaining the terms of the promotion and getting verbal agreement that they understand. From there, we get them scheduled with the day and time, and then we get further commitment by getting a card on file and charging their deposit while they're still with us on the phone. And then of course, some people are going to have objections and questions, and so we are of course prepared for that as well. And so my recommendation here is, again, if we just kind of do a quick recap, we run an introductory promotion that gets people interested in treating multiple areas. We have them fill out an application form to naturally weed out any of the people just looking for the free thing. And then from there, we get people on the phone and we confirm the terms of the promotion. And we also confirm that they are ready to pay a deposit. We get the deposit, we get them booked in as quickly as we possibly can. Now, here's the secret sauce to making all of this work, because this will result in more appointments and more people showing up for appointments, and that's all great. But the intro offer alone is rarely going to be enough to make you money. So getting people in for the 15 free units plus 2 additional areas purchased, that's rarely going to be enough to get you wild amounts of profits and what you're actually looking for when running these types of promotions. If your goal is to load up with intro offer buyers and check your finances at the end of the month and hope that you're profitable, you will likely be very disappointed, because again, you have expenses, you have money that's going into the ads, you have your product and consumables, you have different expenses that you need to consider to run these types of promotions specifically for Botox. With these types of campaigns, the real money is made on the next purchase. So not the intro offer, but the thing that they purchase next. And so our pre-commitment promotion, it gets them in the door. And that is the main job of the pre-commitment promotion, is to get people to walk through your front door. From there, the goal is to sell them more stuff on day one. And that is where your true profit is made. The problem with Botox is that many people typically get treated every 3 months. And so it's difficult to sell them more stuff on day one. So what ends up happening is they come in, they get your promotion, they promise that they'll be back in 3 months, and then they completely forget all about you, and then they find the next best deal in the area when they need more units. And it's just a constant hopping from one deal to the next, because there is no reason for them to be loyal to you when all of a sudden now they have to pay full price at your place when they could just wait 3 months and then go get the deal, the 20 unit deal at the next place when they need a little refresher, right? So what can we do to stop this from happening? There's two ways that we can prevent these individuals from just hopping around on deals, and ways that we can turn them into loyal patients at your practice rather than just hopping around. The first way is with what I call prepaid tox units. The first thing we'd recommend for our clients to implement are prepaid tox units. Instead of just selling the introductory offer and crossing our fingers and hoping that they come in 3 months from now, what we do is we sell more units to them up front that they can bank for later. Patients who visit you more times are more likely to become loyal to you rather than people who just visit you one time for a quick deal. So your goal should be to try to get them to purchase as many future treatments and basically purchase as many future appointments as possible on day one. As an example, let's say that you had a 200 unit prepaid tox bank. Now, the way that that could work is they come in and they use, let's say, 40 units on the first visit. Well, they now have 160 units left that they can use over the course of the next year. And now you can put some stipulations around this, such as, hey, buy our 200 unit prepaid tox bank, and then you can draw down on this for the next 12 months. And then there's also some other things you could do, like you could make the units transferable to other members of the family. But that's just to throw out a couple ideas there. The most common objection that you're going to get when you present something like a prepaid tox bank is like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, I like the prepaid tox bank option, but I'll think about it. Or people might say like, oh, I think I'm just going to wait until I need more units 3 months down the line, but I'm definitely going to reach back out to you guys when I need more units. And then you get ghosted. And so how do we prevent that from happening? The key to making this work is to make your prepaid tox bank an absolute no-brainer. You want someone to look at that and be like, oh, that's amazing. I would much rather do that than the intro offer, and I would absolutely much rather do that than wait 3 months and then go buy a promotion from somebody else. Now, as a prerequisite, and I don't even have this in the video, but as a prerequisite, you should try to make the experience that you provide at your practice amazing, because then they won't even want to go down to one of your competitors anyways, because they're going to be like, whoa, I loved going there so much. I loved the results. When I walked in, they gave me a sparkling water. I love the ambiance. I love the person at the front desk. Like, that's the experience that you want to build, so that the rest of this stuff is just icing on the cake. But with that said, you want to make the prepaid tox bank an absolute no-brainer. So for example, some ways that you can do that is you can lock in a lower per unit rate. So hey, if you buy our prepaid tox bank, instead of paying our regular price of $12 per unit, which is the average in the area, you're going to lock in $9 or $10 or $11 per unit. And on top of that, you can also include some same-day only perks. So if they decide to move forward with the tox bank, what they can do is they can get access to your priority booking times. They can get a free lip flip on that same day, $100 aesthetics credit, $50 birthday credit, which, by the way, these are great because they are super valuable. But on top of that, if someone wants to use their $100 aesthetics credit, they're also likely going to have to spend some additional money with you on a treatment that is typically going to be higher profit margin than Botox in the first place. $50 birthday credit, and then also a 2-month membership trial, which I'm going to talk about memberships in a second here, but you could throw in a 2-month membership trial, a post-care guide, custom skincare recommendations, 10% off skincare products, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The whole point here is that we are just stacking bonuses and stacking perks that basically say, hey, if you move forward with this option today, we're going to give you all of this incredible, amazing stuff. On top of that, you can also attach a guarantee. A lot of people get nervous around a guarantee, but I think it's one of the best things you can do. And a clever way you could do this is say, hey, if you aren't completely satisfied with your results after 14 days, then we'll double your aesthetics credit. So instead of a $100 aesthetics credit, we'll give you a $200 aesthetics credit. Now, again, you have to be careful with this. Maybe you initially do a $50 aesthetics credit and then you double it to $100. It really just kind of depends what your other treatments are priced at, but those are just some creative ideas that you could throw in there. The whole point here is that you want the discrepancy between just getting the intro offer and getting the prepaid option to be jarring. Like, you want someone to be like, whoa, the difference between these two things it's insane how much more value I'm getting with this other one. And you want people to feel that so that they would feel stupid not going forward with the prepaid Tox option. This could be the difference between you collecting just $300 on day one and you collecting $2,000 on day one. And now imagine if instead of just collecting $300 and collecting $12,000 over the course of 2 months, you were able to collect $2,000 from 42 people. Now, of course, a 100% close rate is very unlikely, and I wouldn't go in with that expectation, but that's just to kind of set the idea here. We have a client who we run Botox promotions for, and he specifically closes about 80% of people into either prepaid units or into a membership. And so this stuff truly is possible if you follow the right process. Also, be prepared for some people to say no, because people will absolutely say no to the prepaid Tox option. And so have financing and have some downsell options ready to go as well. Now, number 2, the second way that we eliminate the issue and create loyal patients is with a Botox membership. So whether someone just buys the introductory promotion or whether someone buys your prepaid option, your number 1 priority should be to get people on a recurring subscription. This is how you truly transform someone who's just hopping around to different discounts, and you transform them into a loyal patient. Similarly to the prepaid options, we want to make it an absolute no-brainer to become a member at your med spa. And so you can have some different sign-up bonuses. You can have members-only pricing, quarterly bonuses, access to exclusive events, offer to credit a portion of what they've already paid into a membership if they pay for 6 months of it or 12 months of it up front. The key here with memberships is that you also don't want to just create one of those memberships where it's like, hey, you pay us every single month and then you get discounts on all of the other treatments that we provide, because for them it's like, oh, I'm paying for something every single month just to get access to pay them more money later. And so what I typically recommend is have something tangible that you can provide to them either on a monthly or at the bare minimum a quarterly basis. So for example, you could have for every 3 months we'll give you a bonus facial just for being a member or something like that. You want to have something tangible that people can collect just for being a member, rather than just being like, oh, you get our special members only pricing, because that's not as exciting for people. So that is exactly how we set up the promotion and how we actually delivered 42 paying Botox patients for this client in 60 days. We used a pre-commitment Botox promotion to get people in the door. We had them fill out an application form in order to weed out all of the tire kickers and only book in the people ready to purchase 2 or more areas. From there, on the phone call, we confirmed that they understand the terms of the promotion and we had them pay a deposit. And then after that, to make sure that we are making this as profitable as possible, we offered prepaid Tox unit options and then also a membership in order to transform people from deal hunters into loyal patients who pay you lots of times. So what now? If you'd like for us to deliver qualified Botox patients to you with absolutely zero work on your end and build you custom prepaid Tox packages and memberships for your business specifically, and on top of that, show you exactly how to sell them and the easy way to sell those things to the patients that are coming in, and we'll do all of that for you for completely free up front, then what you can do is you can go ahead to go to wellnessleads.co and book a time to chat, and we'll show you how you can get all of that set up for free, and then you only pay us for each new patient that we generate for you. And when I say new patient, what I mean is someone who comes in and purchases at least the introductory offer or purchases at least something from you. So if that sounds interesting, go to wellnessleads.co and book a time to chat, and I will see you there.